All right.
Yeah.
So 13.
Yep.
I have the Prince.
I have Abracadabra.
Okay. So the Prince, another Diamond Head cover. Kirk is fantastic on this track. Like, the riffs and the solos are great.
Yes, definitely.
Like, he's by far the standout on this track, and overall, it's just a good thrash song.
Definitely. I totally agree with that.
Yep.
And for Abracadabra, we pretty much covered it. I enjoyed that it wasn't an obvious cover, but at the same time, I feel like it's no match for Ozzy on vocals, and I thought it was solid. But, didn't quite crack top 10 for me.
Yep.
Yeah.
So 12.
12. I have Turned the Page.
I have Bread Fan.
Already.
So, yeah, Bread Fan I have a bit higher than you as well. I really like the riff. They like that they make the song kind of their own. Mm-hmm. And I also really like the solo on it as well.
Yeah, they did make it their own, which was nice.
Yeah.
For sure. And I have Turned the Page at 12. I guess it's a bit lower than yours, but not sure how much. But I thought it was very different from the original, which was really good. That's what got it such a high ranking for me, because I feel like they definitely put a unique spin on it.
Yep.
But I wish it had the sax intro. I like the intro that Metallica had for it, but what if it had sax, though?
Yeah.
I want that sax, though.
10 out of 10.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, like your point, like
number one with a bullet.
like your point about it, for Turn the Page, I have completely makes the song their own. That's the note I have for it, and I'll mention that again a bit later.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
Number 11.
11, I have It's Electric.
I have Stone Dead Forever.
Yep. Okay.
So that's my highest rated Motorhead song. I feel like it almost had a grungy feel to it, the spin that they put on it. So I liked its aggression. I liked its almost grunginess. It felt like it was good for the period that it was released in, like the 90s.
Yep.
And I like the solo in it. So I originally had this in my top 10, like top 10 or top 9. I think it's 10 or 9. But I bumped it down a little bit because I liked a couple of things at the bottom of my top 10 a bit more.
Yeah. So yeah, for It's Electric, I really like the riff for this song. I love the chorus. I find James sings really great here. It's like, it's electric!
Yeah. He had pretty good delivery. I'll definitely say that.
Well, yeah, well, you can tell that they're really passionate about the Diamond Head stuff. It's because Diamond Head is one of their favorite bands. Lars lived with them for a while.
That's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I lived with them back in, I want to say 81 or 82. Okay. Like before Metallica was really a thing. Just when he came over from being a tennis player in fucking Denmark.
He stopped being a Danish twat for a minute and made some music.
Hey. But, so yeah.
On to the top 10.
Now, top 10.
Awesome.
Number 10.
Yep.
I have Stone Cold Crazy.
I have The Prince.
Okay. So, Stone Cold Crazy is fast.
Yes. It is so fast. Like, I was introduced to both versions around the same time.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, at first I was like, I like Metallica's version better because it's faster.
Well, like, it mainly makes you think, it's like, Queen influenced speed metal with this song.
Yeah.
Like, they really did.
It's crazy to think of.
Like, it shows the influence of this song, and, like, even though the Queen version is not what you expect from Queen.
Exactly.
It's good, it's fast. I kind of like that Metallica changed some of the lyrics, made them a bit more aggressive. Like, in the original, it's Rubber Tommy Water Gun.
Yep.
And James made it fully loaded Tommy Gun because it's Metallica.
Exactly.
Like, it kind of takes away some of the camp that works with Queen because it's Freddie Mercury.
Exactly.
And just makes it more aggressive and just pounding.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. That's a really good point.
Yep.
For sure. And I had Prince at 10 because most of the stuff that you just said about it was very fast, which was great. Kirk's such a standout in it.
Yes.
I thought it really got your adrenaline pumping, and it was a really good example of what they could do for their covers in the early days. Mm-hmm. Like, obviously, like I said earlier, they didn't do the hard rock covers as well, but for the metal covers, I feel like their early style, so that would have been around Master Justice era. Yeah. I think that sound that they had at the time doing Prince was pretty sick. Mm-hmm. So, and like I had said with Stone Dead Forever getting slightly bumped out, it was because I went back and listened to the Prince, and I'm like, this is a top 10 song. Yeah. So
yeah, number 9.
Number 9.
I have So What.
I have Stone Cold Crazy.
Yep. So What? It's fun, it's hilarious, and it's heavy.
Yeah.
Like, that's the best way you can describe this track. Is
fucking what?
Like the song is just, it's hilarious to listen to because it's as crude as you could possibly make a song.
Yes.
And you can tell that the band is just having a blast recording this.
They seem like they had a lot of fun on lots of tracks on this album, which makes it a good listen.
Yeah.
Like, I actually really like this album. I hadn't listened to it before, the full way through before getting this rank going, so I really like a lot of stuff off this album.
I feel like I listened to half this album a lot.
Yeah, nice.
And,
like the top half.
Yeah, pretty much my top picks. I listened to quite a bit.
Exactly.
But yeah.
And I don't really have anything to add to Stone Cold Crazy that you didn't already have, you know. Really fucking fast. Great delivery from James. They really made it their own.
Yeah.
They took an already fast song for Queen standards and made it a fast song by their own standards.
Yeah,
so
they metal-fied it.
Yes. It's the perfect example of a post that you would see on the top of our Metal Eyes on Reddit.
Yeah. All right, so number 8.
Number 8, I have Blitzkrieg.
Okay, I have Die Die My Darling.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So for Blitzkrieg, I thought that it was a pretty good, faithful cover. Like it was already pretty metal, so they didn't have to do much to metalize it. Like for example, they didn't have to do do Stone Cold Crazy. I don't think I'm losing my spot here.
Yeah.
I definitely listened to Blitzkrieg a few times before this, and I knew that it was an excellent song. I saw it was from Garage. I knew it was a cover. Mm-hmm. But for me, when I was listening through, I just found a lot of stuff that really grabbed me more than Blitzkrieg, even though I know that Metallica really made it their own, and it's honestly a standout track from their discography now, especially the intro.
Yes.
Like, that intro is super memorable. I'd actually, I'd heard it in the past, and I didn't really think too much of it, and it's like, oh, well, that's Metallica, but it's a cover, so.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it's definitely deserving of of lots of recognition. It should be listened to a bunch, and it's a good part of their discography. But just for my taste, from what I found on this album, it was number 8 material.
Yeah, so I have Die Die My Darling. It's a good, fun punk song. Metallica covers the Misfits really well.
Yes.
Like,
so well.
Yeah, it's just personal opinion. I like their other cover a bit better. We'll get into that a little bit later, but they really do a good job at making the Misfits their own sound.
Definitely.
And
I agree with that.
Yeah, like I like this. I like their punk cover of this one a bit better than some of their other ones, but like it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I really like the vocal delivery from James, like the da da da. I mean, that's pretty much taken straight from the original, but I like James's approach on it. I like his delivery.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I agree with that, and I'll get to that one later, but I'll get to that other one first. I have Last Caress, Green Hell at 7.
All right, I've turned the page.
Nice. So for Last Caress, Green Hell, I love the contrast between the two tracks.
Yep.
And I thought that both sections brought good energy. Green Hell especially, it really picks up there. It falls to the wall. It gets really high energy, and like you said about them doing Misfits well.
Yeah.
I love both these Misfits covers. I did not know that I did until I listened to them, and I'm like, well, shit, this inspired me to listen to Misfits. I was listening to Misfits at work yesterday.
Nice. Yeah, I've been meaning to check out some more Misfits, because really the only Misfits songs I know are Last Caress, Green Hell, and Die Die My Darling.
Yeah, exactly. So, and same here. I didn't get...
I like Danzig solo, so...
Yeah, definitely. So,
yeah. Anyway, Turn the Page, like you mentioned before, they completely make the song their own.
Yeah.
And... yeah, it's a bit slower but heavier, which is a style that I thought they did pretty good on some of these songs.
Definitely.
And yeah, they do. I like this song equally, almost a little bit more than Bob Seger's.
Yeah, fair. I mean, I listened to both of them together.
Oh yeah, I like both of. I like both versions. Absolutely,
they definitely both have their advantages, but it almost feels like one is not obviously better than the other. Cause,
yeah, well, they're different.
Yeah,
they're different approaches and. Two completely different ways. I like them both.
For sure.
But yeah, Turn the Page, it's pretty dope.
Awesome.
All right, so number 6.
Number 6, I have Loverman.
Okay, I have Last Caress, Green Hell.
Alrighty. So
yeah, like you said, them covering Misfits are really great. Mm-hmm. The only thing I would have to say compared to yours is I kind of like Last Caress a bit better.
Fair.
But I think that's just because I've heard it a bit more. They play it live more often, how they played it live when we saw them the first time.
Shit, they did?
Yeah, they did.
I didn't even realize.
Yeah, they did. They did their own. They played that and went right into Hit the Lights.
Fuck. I see. That shows how well I knew Metallica and I knew music 5 years ago.
But yeah. Yeah, but like you said, I really like the contrast between Last Caress and Green Hell.
Yeah.
And yeah, I also like right at the end where they're just kind of like fucking around in the studio and they start playing Run to the Hills.
Yes, I like that. That was pretty good.
That just kind of puts a smile on my face.
Exactly. I was a diehard Maiden fan.
Yes.
So I had Lowerman significantly higher than you because I just really liked the way that they did this. I thought it was really unique. I didn't expect Metallica to do alt rock as well as they did, but I really feel like it worked well. I thought it was a really unique choice of a song to cover, but they definitely put their own spin on it, and I found it super enjoyable. So it really ranked high for me. When I first heard it, I'm like, this is pretty rad.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Yeah, top 5.
Number 5.
What do you have?
I have Whiskey in the Jar.
I have Astronomy.
Okay. So, yeah, Whiskey in the Jar, it's great. It's probably the most commercial track off the album just because I've heard it the most outside of this album.
Yeah, I
That
guess
or Turn
so.
the Page is like what you hear on the radio and stuff.
Exactly.
But like it's really good. They kind of make it a bit heavier, but it's not too heavy. Mm-hmm. Like it doesn't need to be a thrash song.
No, it still hits hard without, having to be fully thrash.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Plus, I really like the song Whiskey in the Jar. And I even like Thin Lizzy's version is great. I even like the actual like Irish pub music version because I've heard so many different versions of this song, but this one definitely stands out. Probably because it's done by one of my favorite bands.
Yeah,
it's good.
I can't say I've heard it. I've heard any different version of it, but I definitely did enjoy it. But
it's pretty much based off of Thin Lizzy's version, like.
Yeah, I saw that note, so that makes sense.
Yeah,
I haven't actually gone back and listened to Thin Lizzy's version yet, but but that's rad. That's cool.
Yep. So you have Astronomy.
I do have Astronomy. I thought they did it really well. I thought they did Blue Oyster Cult justice, and I like that they didn't. Again, I like that they didn't go for like Don't Fear the Reaper or Burn In or something like that.
Yeah.
So it was a really cool choice, and I thought it was a really nice, slow jam.
Yeah.
It's pretty. It was a really nice listen, and another one that took me by surprise, just like Loverman, where it's like this is so outside of their wheelhouse, and they did it really well.
Yeah.
So. And that was part of the enjoyment of listening to this album, just listening to all the different genres that they're covering, and then they're making it their own, whether it's thrash or hard rock, and it's like, this is pretty sweet.
Yeah. So yeah.
Number 4.
I have Blitzkrieg.
I have Am I Evil?
Okay.
Yeah. So I know that it is highly rated by everybody, including you, clearly, by your expression.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? It was just my opinion on it, and I feel like I figured Am I Evil was going to be like number 1 or number 2 for me going into it.
Yeah.
But just listening through, I kind of sorted out things differently, and it's just my personal opinion on what I would prefer to listen to from this album. So it's definitely nothing against it. It's such a well done cover.
Oh, it is.
And I'll let you have your moment to really explain it well when you get to it eventually.
Yeah.
But it is all I can say about it is that it is very excellent, and it's only number 4 because I really liked everything else.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Blitzkrieg. I have it because it sounds like a Metallica song. It fits in so well with those early albums.
It does. I honestly thought it was a Metallica song.
Yeah, like the intro is fantastic. The intro riff, it's fast. It's very thrash. It's just like a really good song. It's a really good style that Metallica does.
Definitely.
I like that shit.
I gotta stop talking into my beer bottle. It's probably creating weird echoes on the track.
Yeah. All right, so number 3.
Number 3.
I have Astronomy.
Astronomy, nice. Speaking of alcohol, I have Whiskey in the Jar.
Nice.
What do you have to say about Astronomy?
Like you said, like for Astronomy, I think this is one of the best songs they've ever done at the slow into heavy style.
Yes.
And like you said, I really like that they took a more obscure Blue Oyster Cult song, because I really like Blue Oyster Cult. Astronomy is probably one of their best, most underrated songs, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's like that low-key classic that you have to listen to Blue Oyster Cult to.
Yeah, it's a top 5 for Blue Oyster Cult for me. I absolutely like the Metallica version better.
Damn.
This is one of those covers that absolutely blew me away. I fucking love this version.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it blew me away as well.
Yeah, James is fantastic on this track. Like, he's absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely agree. And so I have Whiskey in the Jar at number 3 because I don't have too much to add to it other than what you said. I thought it was a really great take on it. And, pardon me. I thought it was weird because, like, for some reason when I listen to Whiskey in the Jar, I get a positive feeling from it, even though the story is definitely not positive. It's funny.
It's a drinking song.
Exactly, it's a drinking song. It's about about life. Life is kind of sad, but I don't know. I always feel good when I listen to it. And also, it was really good live when they played it in that Minneapolis show.
Okay, yeah.
I found it really good. Like I don't think they played it live when we saw them.
No, they didn't.
But no, it works pretty well live.
I've seen clips of it live though. They always play it in Dublin.
Yeah,
because obviously.
But yeah, they make it like a slow jam when they play it live. A little bit slower than what they have in the recording.
Yeah,
and it's pretty rad.
Yep.
So,
Silver Place. What do you got?
I have Die Die My Darling.
Okay, I have Am I Evil.
Nice.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, the number ones are the same.
Yeah.
So let's do number 2s first.
Yeah, so Am I Evil is a fantastic cover of a song that, in my opinion, created thrash. Because every one of those early thrash metal bands were inspired by this song in some sort of way. And I almost like there's a bit better just because, like, I love both versions. Honestly, I think it's just because Metallica had a bit better production. So it sounds crisper, it sounds heavier.
Yeah, that's fair. That's what 15, 20 years later will do. 15, I think.
Not even.
It was like 82, was it? 82 or 84? Original recording?
No, the original I believe was at 80.
80.
But they were covering Am I Evil by Kill 'Em All Days.
Oh, right, yeah.
Like, I want to say they recorded this version around Ride the Lightning. Like, it was only like 4 or 5 years later.
Yeah, I forgot that was one of the B-sides. It was like
Cliff's on this track.
Yeah. Which is one of the reasons why it's so high tier. No offense to Newstead.
Oh, yeah, no.
Cliff's work on it is
Cliff's work
sick.
is... For me, it's the guitar work.
Yeah.
Like, the solo's great. The riff is so simple, but it's so iconic and so heavy.
Definitely. And it's rightfully rated as, like, their best cover song for a reason. So.
Yeah. Like, the only reason I have one higher is because personal opinion.
Yeah.
Like,
same here. Well, I have a few higher, but I mean, I'm talking about number 1. But
yeah, well, we both seem to have the same number 1.
I think so. But I'll get to number 2 first. So, Die Die My Darling ended up being number 2 because, like we were saying about Metallica doing Misfits, it worked so well. And I remember listening to this, and I'm like, it's so fucking catchy.
Oh, yeah.
They did it so well. I feel like James covering Danzig worked incredibly well.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to listen to the song over and over and over again. After I first listened to it, I'm just like, I need this more.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a track that I'm going to revisit a lot in the future, and I really, really enjoyed it. So it didn't quite get number 1, but I did end up putting it over Am I Evil?
Yeah.
But and even Whiskey in the Jar. But yeah, I thought it was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And I didn't know Metallica could do punk rock, and now we know.
Yeah.
Now I know.
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe. Christ. Number 1.
Merciful Fate.
Merciful Fate.
This song. This fucking
song.
These 5 songs, because it's a medley of 5 songs.
These 5 goddamn songs. It's almost not fair to put it at number 1 because it's a medley.
Yeah, but like it is so well done.
Yes.
Like the one thing I really noticed with the 5 songs in the medley is they transition so well from each song.
Yeah. It's like you almost have to pay attention and to realize when it's switching over because you'll just miss it.
But yeah,
it's so seamless.
It's the longest song on the album significantly, but it has a wide range of styles and sounds to show just not just the styles that Metallica could do, but the styles that Merciful Fate could do.
Yeah.
And yeah, it kicks so much ass.
I agree. I can't say much more about it than just gushing about it. It's such a great display of talent for them to just to hammer out the tracks one after another, just flow between them, make it all sound so natural, like one big grand adventure through Merciful Fate style. So
the song also got me into Merciful Fate.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
We both got into some bands off of this album.
Yeah.
So I got some into Misfits and got into Merciful Fate from that, and we're all good. And it was it was good.
It was good.
So
this album is good.
This album's underrated, I find.
Yeah, well, I think that's just because it's not considered one of their studio albums because it's all covers.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. So I'll obviously do it.
Yeah.
But
it's good. I if you haven't heard it, check that shit out, yo.
Yeah, definitely. It's honestly an enjoyable experience.
Yep.
I wasn't sure what to expect going into it, but it's good.
It's good.
Can't see the thumbs up, but we're giving thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. That's electric. We're gonna get angry next week.